I'm Tina Wood.
And I'm Laura Foy.
As co-host of an interactive talk show about video games, it's important that we have an insider's track on what's happening in our industry.
That's right, Tina. That's why we rely on Jeff Keighley to keep us up to date on the latest news in gaming.
No one person is more plugged in and more respected than the editor-in-chief of GameSlice and contributing writer to Entertainment Weekly, MTV Magazine, and Business 2.0.
That's right. And of all the co-hosts we've had, Jeff was definitely our favorite.
Wow, I really appreciate all that stuff, guys. Thanks. Did you really mean it, though?
No, not at all. Jeff, we just want our pants back.
Thanks
for coming. God.
But I'm keeping the panties.
Thanks for tuning in to G4 TV, the show where gamers get to sound off. Now, Tina, how's your week been?
Okay, my week's been pretty good, but I'm still obviously having a hard time with this FSU Miami loss that happened almost 2 weeks ago.
You need to get over it.
I can't.
You might need some therapy.
There's certain things in life I can understand, and there's certain things I can't. And I don't understand how Florida State cannot beat the University of Miami in football. I don't get it.
You know what,
I don't
Tina?
get it.
We're not talking about that right now. I'm sorry I asked.
I don't get
because with us today for his encore performance is the guy who can get both Tina and I out of our pants at the same time.
Jeff Keighley.
Jeff Keighley.
How you guys doing? I still got the panties here.
Yeah, there you go. Don't go selling those.
Let's see what gamers want to talk about.
Hey, caller.
Hello?
Hey, what's your name?
Hey, it's Jack Ruby Ultima.
Hey, Jack Ruby Ultima. Where are you from?
Riverside.
Riverside. What would you like to talk to us about?
Yeah, about the DS.
Okay.
They just announced the price, right?
Yeah, they did.
And, everyone seems to think, well, it's a great price, not expensive as we thought.
Yeah.
But they're still, they're still going to want to charge you for, wireless or something. They probably would.
Right. Well, you're talking about, so it's only $1,000. No,
right. So you're asking, because it's $149, and you're asking whether or not they're going to charge additional for the wireless service?
That's what that's kind of asking.
That's your speculation. Jeff, what do you think?
My guess is that they probably will. I have a lot of questions about sort of the online component to DS. They're talking about it as a big part of it, but we have no information on it. We don't even have clarity on what games are going to be online enabled. We know that the Metroid Prime Hunters demo that's going to come with it is going to feature some online.
Right.
But I'm not clear if it's just going to be online, if you have to be in the same room, or if you can actually play people cross-country. So, Nintendo down the road will probably charge people, but I think, it's going to take a long time until they're the games that are really going to support it in a big way.
Right. Once the software's there, then Nintendo's going to have control over it and really be able to do what they want. I don't think $149 seems that bad. Inflation. Game Boys.
I think $149 is a great price.
$149 is great. Everyone was surprised when it was that cheap. Because everyone was thinking it was going to be $199. PSP people are expecting it's going to be $300. So I think Nintendo made a smart move making it $149.
But interesting though, they're doing this online push, and yet didn't Nintendo just come out recently saying that gamers don't care about online gaming?
That is true.
What's that about?
It's a little backwards.
Are you a Nintendo fan, caller?
A little bit. I sort of dropped off after N64 though.
Yeah, so do you think you're going to pick up the Nintendo DS, or you think you're going to look maybe a little Sony device?
You know what? I might pick it up if it's doesn't turn out to be like Virtual Boy the sequel,
No, absolutely. I hear you're saying. Thanks, caller. Appreciate it.
Thanks, caller. That's interesting. Charging for the wireless. They don't mention that.
No, they don't.
Fine print.
We have smart callers. Hey, caller.
Hey.
Hey, what's your name?
Mark Michaels, or on the board I'm known as Lucky Capone.
We'll take you, Lucky Capone. What would you like to talk to us about?
That game, Second Sight.
Well, Second Sight is a game that people are comparing it to PsyOps. We've played it a little bit. We have a review built in.
I do.
Yeah, it's all right. I mean, Codemasters is not a company that's known for putting out, great games, but the developer, Free Radical, are the guys that did Time Splitters, known for doing a lot of good games. I like some of the stuff they're doing with physics and with moving objects around, but it just feels like kind of a poor man's
It's so second-rate to PsyOps. Unless you have a GameCube and no other system, I really see no reason for you to get this game as opposed to PsyOps. Now, they're touting it as having a better story. But let's talk about it's an action game. Do we really care about the story?
Yeah, you don't care.
I don't care about the damn story.
And it's a little frustrating because kind of getting lost a little bit. Like, what am I supposed to do? Which power do I need to kind of go through
The telekinetic powers were nowhere near as cool.
The controls also have some problems, and I think the way you use physics in this is not as precise as PsyOps. PsyOps really nailed making the controls on the right analog work well with the objects. This has some problems with objects kind of getting stuck and stuff.
Yeah,
so
look,
it's all right,
Grim Reaper 1986 on the board says he hates the game's controls. This kind of game is best played in third-person or first-person viewpoints, not a viewpoint you'd see in everything or nothing.
We'll call our... Have you played PsyOps?
Yeah.
Yeah, stick with that, buddy.
Yeah.
Stick with that. Listen, we've got to take a break. But get out those feeder mice, because later we're going to get up close and personal with the world's most famous lizard. And it's not Tina.
Hey, this is Scott Rubin from G4TV.com, and if I have to think back to some of these memories that really still stick with me after all these years, would have to be getting out to E3 and meeting the people who were actually at home watching G4, but we didn't think anyone was watching.
All right, we're back. And back with us for the second time, proving that Tina and I keep them coming back for more, is Geoff Keighley.
Geoff Keighley.
There you go.
And joining me, of course,
Yes,
are your Penny. So we have three guest hosts.
That's great, that's great.
I don't know if they really are.
Speaking of coming back for more, when you need a little fix of G4 TV, Tina, when can they get that?
They can get it Wednesdays, 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 Pacific. And don't forget to watch us or hit our message boards at g4techtv.com. Get your voice heard, or don't.
We might just put them on the show if we hear them.
Yes.
Let's hear some right now.
That sounds good. Hey, caller.
Hello?
Hey, what's your name?
Chicken Noodle.
Chicken Noodle.
Chicken
I love
Noodle.
that.
Aw.
That tickles you kind of for some reason.
He makes me feel better.
Chicken Noodle, where are you calling from?
Coachella, California.
All right. What would you like to talk about with the three of us?
Like what's new in the game and why should I buy it?
You should buy it now.
Slide
I
2.
love
Yeah.
it. Tina likes a platformer, ladies and
Yes,
gentlemen. Mark
I
this
do.
day in your calendars.
Did you play the first Sly game?
Yeah.
And what'd you think of it?
It was alright.
It was all right. Well, some people are saying this isn't quite as good as the first one.
Who's saying that?
I actually wasn't that big of a people on the boards. If you'd go to our boards and check them, you'd look and see that. People,
Really?
I actually
things to
think
do.
it's a little bit. I'm having more fun with this than I actually did with the original game.
Really?
Yes.
No, there's a lot of new stuff. I mean, you can play not just Sly, you can play, Bentley,
and-
and you can play, the whole team. And I think it's got kind of an interesting economy system. You can kind of upgrade the characters as you go
Yep.
along. It's
Find
got a
new
lot of good
moves.
stuff to it. My worry is that this game is still so kind of kiddie and childlike.
You know what? I totally agree with you, and I am a big fan of the Sly, franchise now. But the text, the dialogue, the jokes, they're really not funny to me.
Yeah, the dialogue to me is just, it feels, it's so cartoonish. It's just kind of
so
a little over the
cartoonish,
top.
and I love the
Wait,
style.
Can you guys not be 35 years old and enjoy a good, cute game?
I enjoy
What are you,
the game.
40?
I enjoy the game. And let me tell you one thing, a major improvement, I think, from the original Sly game. You mentioned you can play as multiple characters, but the cool thing is when you play as multiple characters, you're all in the same environment, and you go back to one, back
Right,
to
you
the
go-
Where I really think this is where they failed in Munch's Odyssey, and I'm a big fan of that franchise too, as y'all know, where you had to go from different environment, and it was weird for me, but I felt disjointed. But here, you're together as a team.
And you're working together on a
Working
mission.
together
Yeah,
on one
that's
mission, it's family.
And LA
That's
Kings
smart.
Fan 18 says the graphics are incredible for a cel-shaded game, and the gameplay is easy to catch on to. This is going on to his list just like the predecessor. Thank you, caller. Pick it up. Absolutely.
Pick it up. It's
Hey.
better than the first.
Absolutely. Hey, caller.
Hey,
Hey, what's your name?
Jack,
Jack, where you calling from?
Glendale, California.
All right, do you have a question for us?
Yeah, it's about Tiger Woods PGA Tour 2005.
Okay, what'd you like to know?
How much do you guys think it improved from last year's version?
It's a
it's
good
improved.
game. It's a golf game. My
Yeah.
favorite thing in this game though is they have this great sort of create a player feature, and I
Yes.
spent I don't know if you guys have done it, but it's just
why even bother? You have to go through hours, pick the hair, pick the brow, pick the color, pick
But
the
it's
nose,
fine. I mean, you can
pick
actually-
the lip gloss.
You can do fun stuff. You can put freckles on people. I don't know if you saw Tiger Woods was on. He was on Conan O'Brien the other night, and they put Conan O'Brien in the game and
Oh,
stuff.
did they? I
And
missed
it's,
it.
No, it's really cool. You can create your own golfer.
Waste of time. What?
It's fun. Don't you like that stuff?
It is a fun game.
Give
Yeah.
me the game.
No,
Give me the game.
I agree with that. I think if you're really actually a big fan of real golf too, it's the best golf game out there.
Right.
We've talked a little bit also. I don't know. Have you played 2004,
Yeah,
caller?
yeah,
You did.
yeah.
Yeah, I would absolutely play this. I mean,
Right.
in some ways, it's like a lot of money to be playing because it's not
Is it-
that many
right,
different
is
things.
it worth another
Yeah.
$50 to buy it? But they have this Tiger Vision feature. I don't know if you've seen it, but it
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
allows Tiger to sort of, you see where the putt's going to go.
Right.
So some people are saying it's making the game too easy because it sort of, gives you hints. But I think it's
Well,
great
it
to
is,
make
but
it more
there's
accessible.
also there's more of there's more customization that you can do, so you can actually make the course harder and more
Caller,
difficult at the
do
beginning.
you like golf games in general?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, what about more arcade golf games like
Hot Shots 4?
or
I haven't played-
Outlaw Golf?
I haven't played any of those, but I've played Mario Golf.
And that's
Mario
good times.
Golf is
That's
fun.
good
That's fun.
times.
Yeah. I would stick with that stuff. Hot Shots Golf 4 is fun. I absolutely prefer Tiger Woods games, but
It's
I
more
really
of a
like
realistic
more
sim.
Yeah.
If you're looking for a quick, just pick up and play and have a good time, you're going to go with Outlaw, you're going to go with Hot Shots. If you want more of a realistic golf sim, create your character, I guess go with
Yeah,
Tiger Woods.
again, EA Sports, they always deliver, the best, most realistic sports
Just
games.
in the
Yeah.
game.
All right, I
It
hope
is?
that
had to get that
answered
out
your
of the way.
question. We answered
Cough
each
the
other,
roll.
so I don't know if that helped.
I think it helped.
I don't know.
I feel better.
I kind of feel like we made it all about us.
Really?
Yeah, why don't we throw it a break?
Hey, we're gonna take a quick break. But coming up, Jeff is gonna give away some free G4 goodies to some gamers who know fact from fiction. And on our way out, let's take a quick look at GameFly's top game rentals. Back to the show that bears all, and bearing all of ours is Jeff Keighley.
Yeah, you're pretty proud of those, aren't you?
Glad to be back here. Yes, I'm going to keep them here.
Yeah, we're not going to say whose is whose.
We won't say what we have of yours inside of the dressing room,
That's
Jeff
right.
Keighley.
Now, but let me tell you, at home, sometimes you look at something that's kind of weird, like Tina, and you just look away, right? But sometimes
not after a couple drinks, you
know. You look just a little longer, and you'll see something truly beautiful. So yes, just like Tina, occasionally cool things come in strange packages. And I'll bet that's the case with this week's Twisted and Sweet, presented by GC Fruit. You don't join me anymore?
I just sat there and took that.
Wow.
I just took it.
Tough.
I took a beating.
I feel the tension right
I took
here.
a beating from you.
I get no love anymore. A little joking around. But Jeff, tell me what game is weird and yet beautiful for you?
Yes.
Well, this is definitely a weird game. It's Amplitude. It's a game for PlayStation 2 that came out about a year ago. It was one of my favorite games last year, and it's just totally twisted. It's it's basically a rhythm game, but it's my favorite rhythm game.
No, it's a seizure. I want to have a seizure next half-hour game.
It's fun, and you pick the different tracks. So you have drums and bass and vocals, and you basically just do the patterns for these different games.
Right.
But what's great about this is it's got great music. It's got Blink-182, Pink,
Garbage.
BT, Garbage is in there. Absolutely great bands, and also it's an online rhythm game. You can actually face off against people online, and there's no other rhythm game that's been able to do this kind of stuff. There's a remix feature. I love this game. It's only about $20 now.
I thought it was really hard, but I do enjoy it. Let me tell you, Kevin Parivai of G4 fame
is
so
a
master
at this game.
It's ridiculous.
Is he a musician?
Yeah, and he's a percussionist as well. So.
See, I've heard that drummers do well at the game, and one other reason then it's Twisted and Sweet.
There you go.
It's more twisted than sweet, I think.
You're not doing it. It's Jeff's
genuinely
game. It's Jeff's game.
Sweet,
okay, well, it's not about that anymore. So everyone's favorite giant radioactive lizard is back, and this time he's back online. And to show off Godzilla Save the Earth
Wait, Tina, we got to class up the place for the guests.
Scott McCarthy.
Tina, leaving your underwear all over the place.
I forgot.
You can't take his laptop.
Now bring in the guests. Bring in the guests now. All right.
Scott McCarthy, brand manager of Atari, and my neighbor.
There you go.
Yes.
New neighbors, new neighbors.
And your neighbors. Now, first of all, what is it that you want to tell us about this game?
We went out and we asked just fans of Godzilla, what do you want out of the next Godzilla game? And they told us by far, we want the game on PS2, we want an Xbox, we want it online, and that is exactly what we were able to bring them.
We posted the boards for everyone to write you in questions, and B. Harlan 2002 wrote in, will the little intricacies that made the movie so much fun still be there, such as the not-so-good voice acting?
The not-so-good voice acting, that's not really part of the entire Godzilla franchise, the license that
But it's still got that kind of
exactly. We still got guys in costumes running around the city, so that's really what we were going for. And you see Jet Jaguar and Godzilla 2000 right there. So I mean, we were able to bring in a lot of the really, really cool monsters that the fans really, really wanted.
Well, let's take a call. Hey, caller.
Hey.
Hey, what's your name?
Tyler.
Tyler, where are you calling from?
Bristol, Connecticut.
All right, you a fan of Godzilla?
Yep.
What's your question for Scott?
Will there be anything exclusive to the PS2 version or the Xbox version of the game?
You know what, Tyler? The PS2 and the Xbox version are exactly alike. You can go online with both of them. So
but there is a PS2 version this year, which you guys have finally. Because that's the thing is, this Godzilla, came on the GameCube, then the Xbox. Right. Why is it taking so long to bring it to PS2?
You know what? We just really thought that the GameCube was for the original game was the best one to go out with. We had a great party game, and the GameCube was the party system. So now we have an online game, and PS2 and Xbox are the online systems.
Thanks, Tyler. Totally appreciate it. Now you talk about online. How many players are we talking about and downloadable content? What do we?
We're still planning on downloadable content. There will be up to 4 players online, but you can still do the one-on-one versus. So there's up to 5 modes of play when you go online.
And talk a little bit about some more of the other monsters that we can look forward to.
Tell us about the monsters.
Space Godzilla is going to be in the game. Jet Jaguar that you see there is in the game. Baragon's in the game now. There's actually finally a full playable version of Mothra that everyone wanted. So we basically just put in everything that the gamers were asking us for.
And which cities? Well, we got a UFO, so we've got someplace far away.
The UFOs drop power-ups. The city that we're fighting right now is Boston.
Is Godzuki in the game?
Godzuki's not in the game.
Good, I don't really like Godzuki.
Godzuki's expensive.
Godzuki, exactly.
Thank Godzuki. Godzuki's not in the game.
Godzuki's the only monster with an agent, so we had to avoid Godzuki.
And as Adam Fish wants to know, talking about the battle system, pretty close to the first game or the original
Well,
game?
we really retooled the entire battle system, so the battle system is much more intricate than it used to be, and actually there are more combo moves and a lot more specific moves per monster.
Right, now let me tell you, I think this is the host challenge that we did last year.
That was good.
Where
we're not going to talk about it.
Let me tell you, it's an emotion. You can get very invested into this game. We had a host challenge with the Godzilla that got a little heated, so to speak.
Who won?
Laura did, but it was between Laura and Scott, actually.
It's debatable, but hey, you
Laura actually threw in her controller before it was over.
Whatever, she cheated.
And so the game's not allowed to do
Bad memory.
that.
She doesn't want to remember any of this.
God, I'm telling you. All right, next week, G4TV.com is turning Japanese. We really think so. And in honor of the Tokyo Game Show, we'll be looking at this year's show and what it means for you and your gaming future. Plus, Tina, a brand new cutscene theater. So make sure to tune in next Wednesday at 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 Pacific. It's going to be good times.
It's going to be very, very good.
It's going to be fun, so check it out. But in about 2 minutes, we're going to give away some super cool stuff. But right now, EA is giving away 50 grand to the winner of its Madden tournament. That kind of makes our shirts and stuff seem
like they're about 50 cents.
Not so cool. But let's check in on the tour anyway.
Jay Sparks back again for yet another installment of the 2004 EA Sports Madden Challenge. We're in the 12th city on the tour of Philly, where the big story is the Madden Road Warriors that have traveled from all over the country to take place in this particular bracket. We'll catch up with them, find out a little bit about their lifestyles, their travels, and how they're getting down on the sticks. And I understand you've been to a couple of other cities just to compete in the Madden Challenge. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Nothing much to say. I was up in Boston last week. I was in New York yesterday, made it to the playoffs in New York, lost in the first round.
New York, a lot of people went deep. I haven't seen Philly yet, so gonna find out.
Can we expect to see you at any other Madden challenges throughout the remainder of this year?
Yes, sir. DC, South Carolina, Atlanta. Too many hurricanes out in Florida. You might see me somewhere else, though.
Just understand that the next time you come to a Madden challenge, you might be facing off against one of these very road warriors we talking about. And then the only question remains is, do you got game?
All right, now sometimes I lie. I just straight up make up a bunch of crap and then tell to Laura, like, you look good today.
Thanks, Tina.
And she believes me and I laugh at her. Anyway, to make sure nobody laughs at you, we're gonna clear up some video game truths and untruths because it's time for... That's right, Jeff has some statements here, some true, some not so much, and he's gonna read each one to a caller who will guess whether he's lying or not. Get it right, get the prize. We got hats, we got t-shirts. You ready?
I'm ready.
The callers are lined up.
I'm ready.
Hey, caller.
Hello.
Hey, what's your name?
Killer Mike on the board and Michael.
Michael, where are you calling from?
Theodore, Alabama.
All right, you ready for Jeff?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Okay, Michael, here's the first rumor. Okay, imagine a teeter-totter. On one end, you put 4 of the new sleek-looking PlayStation 2 hardware units. On the other end, you put 1 Xbox. Believe it or not, the side with the 1 Xbox is still going to be heavier than those new PlayStation 2s. Do you believe me or not?
I believe you.
You are correct.
Yeah,
That's true. Absolutely.
All right, congratulations. We'll be sending you some swag.
Yeah, that's true.
Some light little suckers, huh?
Yeah, they're like, I think they're 900 grams each, and an Xbox is like, you know, it's 4
That's
pounds.
drug talk,
something
isn't
like
it?
that. That's true. I don't know.
All right,
That's
let's
the
take the
first
next
one.
call. Hey, caller.
Hey,
Hey, what's your name?
this is Jim Maximus on the forums. I think you know the last name.
Yeah, we do Paint a Kiss.
Yep.
All right, let's go. Listen up for Jeff.
Okay, Jim, here we go. To promote the upcoming release of Halo 2, Microsoft is distributing T-shirts emblazoned with the slogan, "I can kick your ass in Halo 2." Now, the campaign has been such a success that Microsoft will soon put out a similar shirt for Blinks 2 with the slogan, "I can suck you down in Blinks 2." Believe me or don't.
That's a good one. What do you think?
That's just too stupid to be false. I have to say true.
Actually, it's not true. The part about
You're too smart for yourself.
That's right, you're overthinking it.
You are overthinking it. All right. All right, thanks, Maximus.
But I worry about Jeff that made that rumor out.
I was like, okay. All right, hey, caller.
Hey.
Hey, what's your name?
RFX.
RFX, where are you calling from?
Rochester, New York.
Listen carefully.
Okay, here's the next one. In the second week of release, Burnout 3 Takedown, which is one of the best games of the year, was the best-selling PlayStation 2 title at a major retailer, selling more copies than both Sly 2, which is what we talked about earlier, and Shell Shock Nam 67. Do you believe me or don't?
I believe you.
Unfortunately, that's not true.
Oh, Jeff, you're killing him this week.
No, and it was I was really surprised by this, but actually Sly 2 and Shell Shock Nam 67 sold more copies than Burnout 3 on the PS2. I was really disappointed about this.
I'm a little disappointed too, but Sly 2 is good times. So.
Absolutely. All right,
sorry, buddy.
All right,
Next one.
last
All right,
one.
one more.
Hey, caller.
Hey.
Hey, what's your name?
Splinter Cell MGS.
All right, listen carefully for Jeff Keighley.
Okay, here we go. Here's the big rumor. In the wake of the recent Women's in Games conference held in Austin, Texas, Microsoft will release an Xbox for the holidays. Now, the console will be in pink, believe it or not, and will come with free access to Xbox Live and a lot of casual games on Xbox Arcade. Do you believe me or don't?
I don't know about a pink Xbox. I don't believe you.
You're right. That's true.
Wait, he said he doesn't believe you.
He doesn't believe it. There's no pink
There's
Xbox
no pink
coming
Xbox.
out.
Right, that's what I meant. Okay, everybody gets prizes because, as you know, it is G4TV.com. We are out of time. We want to thank our guests, Scott McCarthy, and, of course, Jeff Keighley for playing with us. And you guys for making the show happen. Keep playing. We're out of here. Tina, you look good.
I do. I'm a swag girl.
Remember how we lied to each other?
Swag. Yeah, exactly.
That was back.
There's one show out there that keeps coming up. Hurl. It's good, unclean fun.
Eat it! Eat it!
The greatest gag reflex competition ever mounted.
Don't puke, brother! Don't puke, eat more!
It's gastronomic molestation. It will bring about the imminent destruction of the human race. Reality TV that's turning heads and stomachs. Hurl. All new Sunday at 7, only on G4.